Welcome to Therapist A, where licensed professionals talk mental health, make mildly inappropriate jokes, and overshare just enough to keep things interesting and our licenses intact. Brought to you by Full Circle Therapy and Inner Wellness Therapeutic Services, and produced by me, Liz. Disclaimer, yes, we're real therapists, and yes, some of our clients listen, but this podcast, still not therapy. It's for education, entertainment, and a bit of chaos. So keep your weekly appointments and enjoy the show. Now, let's get into today's episode.
And welcome back to another episode of Therapist A. I'm your host, Mel.
And I'm your other host, Liz.
And I'm the co-host, Barry.
Okay, so he's the co-host.
You sounded a little happier.
I tried.
Okay.
That was
A
effortful.
lot of effort.
Yeah, he said it's smiling. That's what I tell you.
It was.
When you talk smiling, your voice
You
sounds
sound
better.
Yeah. All right, cool.
He's going to try not to smile now.
I don't like smiling, actually.
You smile a lot.
Oh, I hate that.
It's nice.
Don't tell me that.
Look, you're smiling right now.
Oh, you're funny. All right.
You think I'm funny?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
do.
Thank you.
So today,
I think I'm hilarious.
before we get to whatever we're going to talk about today, which is it's my turn to come up with the thing to talk about. You know what I was thinking between the last episode and this episode is that the correction corner thing.
One whopping day.
The correction, 48 hours. Your math is so bad.
What do you mean? We record
Monday.
Monday.
Wednesday. Do you not?
Tuesday is when you thought about this, and today's Wednesday.
Well, I had all day Monday, like 48 hours.
Fine.
Is 2 days.
You're going to go with hours.
All right. Because hours are days. There's 24 hours in a day. You're going to go with hours. You're just going to mess things up.
It's one day.
All right.
Okay, Melissa.
I guess it is 2 days.
We digress.
Right. It is 2 days. I
Fine.
promise you. But anyhow, so that's when we recorded it 2 days ago. But I was thinking we have this thing, Correction Corner now, right?
Yes, we do.
I was thinking we should name it something else. And I think we were talking about either in the chat or after the podcast that like a lot of our beginnings when we just get here and we're just shooting the shit like is pretty funny and we have a great time.
But we're not comedians.
And we should do that more at the beginning, I think. Like I think we should have like just a little bit of, instead of Correction Corner, we can put corrections in there. And we should come up with a name for it. I mean, Liz, you can ask ChatGPT to name.
She already is.
I know.
That's why she grabbed
out
her
her phone. And I was like, yeah, ChatGPT will come up with a great name for this little.
It will.
Yeah, so we
And
don't plagiarize.
We can chat
From
and
podcasts.
we can like make any corrections at that point.
Okay, what does ChatGPT
Hold on.
think?
I don't type that
We don't have a
fast.
name yet.
Hold on.
All right, maybe the name will be in the next episode. But so I was thinking with the chit chatting. So my class, my
Chit Chat
dreams
Corner.
class, that's probably taken and it's awful.
It's an awful name.
Yeah, Chit Chat Corner is
It's gonna stick or not?
Sounds like shitty quarter.
no. I was the dreams class, right?
Oh, yeah.
like it's finishing. Actually, they're taking their final today and tomorrow.
Oh,
But so they got extra credit for interpreting either Liz's dream or your dream. And I have not graded them all yet, but I did copy and paste them into the group chat so you guys could see
Yes.
that without
We
any
read
of
them.
their names. Like, no, like I'm not.
we don't know who's who.
I don't know.
I don't even know who's who. Honestly. I have to see their names to know
Yeah,
who it is.
Barry, if you ever had a class with him, he won't remember you.
Yeah.
No, never.
Take it.
Yeah, we covered that in the very first episode.
Just want to remind everybody.
The first episode that I joined you guys. Yeah, we covered how bad I am at remembering students. So I was just wondering what some of your impressions were, or what you liked, or what you thought was insightful from the interpretations that people offered.
Well, there was one about my dream that I said A+.
Okay.
I liked that one. I
Yeah.
felt like it was spot on.
Why did you like it? What did you like about it?
Oh God, we read so many that now I
know.
can't remember exactly that one.
It wasn't that. It was like 10. I have like 30 papers to grade, like from today till grades have to be in.
But you-
officially Wednesday.
You read all those.
No, I haven't read any of those. Those are.
Oh, you're not
I'm
done.
talking about the actual, like they were assigned. Their assignment, their like final assignment.
But this was actually credit.
They were assigned a dream from one of their classmates.
Yes.
They had to meet with their classmate and interpret that. and I have to grade all of those. I
Oh.
graded 10 over the weekend, but I still have like 30-ish, I think, or 28 to go. And then the extra credit ones I did read, I graded some of those because they're easier.
Yeah, they were shorter.
Yeah, it's
I guess.
shorter and quicker. Yeah, so I did read those, but I was wondering what were your favorites, since they were your dreams, right? Like, what my opinion doesn't matter because I'm out here. It's not my dream.
Yeah, I feel like the ones that were about my Michael dream were pretty spot on. There was one that I thought was excellent. I can't remember exactly why now. Maybe if I like read over it. We read so many.
Well,
Yeah.
they were.
Yeah, there was only like 2 about you, though.
Oh, I know, but
Like the
you know
other-
why? I'm still thinking about how I really enjoyed reading the one interpretation of Liz's dream where where the airplane was a penis.
Right.
Truly enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
So-
That was Freud. That person used
Of
Freud.
course.
That was my favorite, if I'm honest.
Oh, look.
Right? I thought it was also the first, so maybe it's like
Was
the
exciting.
bias
Yeah.
when you read something the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
time. I did appreciate that she used Freud. Like, Freud is tough to use. Freud is almost always about sex and wishes. Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that one was really, really well done.
I did
honestly.
too. I did too. I'm gonna go back
Are
to
you,
the
you're going to try to find yours?
yeah, just because I really did enjoy that one, and I wanna give.
Well, let's.
So
while
go
you're
to Liz.
searching-
Exactly.
Right, I was going to do that. Thank you.
That's
I'm running
what I
the
was
show
hoping, but you know, you
Barry's
called
show
me out on scrolling through my phone.
No, I try not to run it most of the time, but I feel like today I'm supposed to run it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah,
So,
so because we're
so
all
I
equal,
was-
so we take turns. Remember?
right. No, I am right. All right. Which resonate? What? Not which
Well-
dream, but what interpretations resonated with
I
you?
will say, I didn't realize when we thought of this great idea that this would be a roast.
Okay.
It felt like, you know, when like the celebrities like do those like celebrity roasts. I felt that is how I felt. But in a good way, because those are funny. But anyways, I did feel like a lot of them were very uncomfortably accurate. So thanks to all your students.
What did you find accurate?
No,
Like,
so I
let's
did
get
find.
real
Okay,
here.
let's
We're
be real.
Yeah.
I think
Not just real.
Where
I
I-
mean, like deep. Let's get deep.
deep. I feel like I'm always deep, guys. I'm always
Yeah.
the deep one.
No, we're all deep.
Wow, that sounds like
Deeper.
it's a contest now. So,
I'm gonna be the
So-
deepest.
so what is your ranking of depth by the co-host?
You and you're gonna make us do numbers again, aren't you?
I
Please.
wasn't going to. Like, just
How did it get
like,
to numbers?
Liz sees herself as highest, who's lowest, and the other person is in between.
I just
Oh,
feel
okay.
like I'm the
Doesn't
most
have to
be fine.
self-disclosing.
You are the most self-disclosing, you feel?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel
Do you
like
agree, Mel?
no. I feel like
Ooh.
What?
I feel like I self-disclose a lot, and I feel like in the last episode Barry tried to push himself, and
Just being nice.
In the
No.
last episode.
no, there's a certain part
Yeah.
that well actually
I would definitely rank myself least. I think this is our 6th episode.
Oh, I lost count.
It's our 6th.
We can't count.
We have 4 that are released.
Yeah.
One releases, we'll have released
Yeah.
before this releases.
right.
And then this one will release in 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
we'll have 6. And I think if we looked at all 6, the first one, I feel like you guys focused on me a lot because we didn't
Yeah.
know what was happening. I was a guest, right?
We
And you guys
stayed
were like
forever.
interviewing
Yeah.
me, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that episode I disclosed a decent amount.
Yeah.
And the last episode I tried. I don't know. I feel like I
You
tried.
did. You did.
So, but I
You
would
did.
still rank myself as least. But I'm interested in, do you think you self-disclose more than Liz, Mel?
I feel like equally. Do you? What do you
I
think?
don't know. When Liz said that, I don't know. I feel like you're pretty equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say pretty equal.
It's not a competition.
You made
I'm
it
very-
a competition.
I'm very
You did.
competitive.
You were like, if I say so myself, I feel like I do the most self-disclosure. Right. All right. So,
Okay. Anyways,
What kind of things resonated with you?
So I
That
think
you're saying like, oh, they were you said spot on. You said
yeah, I think definitely where I am in my life and in my career, I am at a point that I'm trying really hard to push myself to do more and to reach my full potential. And I think unconsciously it is easier for me to just rely on my sister. And I think I definitely have that internal battle.
the last couple were actually much more positive.
Yeah.
Like they kind of bashed me for focusing so negatively. Not bashed, but they were like, I 100% disagree with Barry. Like Barry seems focused only on the negative. There was so much more positive, right? Like,
Yeah.
The last couple I feel, or the last couple I sent,
Yeah.
seemed to focus on the positive of you individuating or like becoming your own person.
Yeah, and I definitely feel like that's where I am in my life and what I'm trying to do. I think I'm definitely trying to step out of my sister's shadow.
Okay. Oh.
No.
Is it a giant shadow like Yalam's is for his son? That's like a reference from the last book. Because his son didn't want to be a therapist because Yalam is like, I would never get out of that shadow. But eventually, now I don't know how old he is, maybe in his 40s or so. He's gone back to school and maybe he's older than that, right? Yalam's 90. I don't know.
Oh, you're
But
asking me.
he
that
went
question.
back to school and he got, he's a therapist now and he's writing and I don't know.
But he didn't want to be a therapist because he didn't want to be in his father's
In his
shadow.
father's shadow.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you did
Because
the
his father
opposite.
I did the
cast
opposite.
a huge shadow.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm wondering, that's a weird question. Does Mel cast a huge shadow? Because of
I
the
think
story
it
you said
was-
yesterday where she was at Starbucks and the guy said,
So now I have to say this. I have to tell this story on air now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you. You can cut that out.
No, I mean, whatever. I was at the Starbucks line and the Starbucks worker literally takes my order, then looks over to the other Starbucks barista and says to her, without including me in the conversation, says to her, "Hey, you see that girl over there? She used to be really chubby." And I was like, right here, but thanks. I don't know.
So Liz, does Mel cast a huge shadow
Just
that you have
a
to
little
get
Not
out?
anymore since she lost 70 pounds.
Wow,
Facts.
you didn't have to say that.
I mean, I feel like now the listeners need some context.
Okay.
So, look, self-disclosing. Who's the winner today?
All right.
It's really hot in this room.
It is so hot.
I don't think Stephanie put down the air.
I don't.
We asked Stephanie to put down the air.
Yeah, she's like roasting us. She's like,
She's torturing
she's like,
us.
fuck them. I get mentioned in every episode and they won't let me on. So they will sweat.
Yeah, that's Stephanie.
She turned the heat on.
Turned the air up.
Yeah, she turned the air off.
I'm sweating.
I know. We all are. All right.
Okay.
So we're back. So Mel, you were looking up your...
I did. Okay, so I really liked the one that said that maybe I attribute being a boss to masculine traits.
I thought I said that during the podcast. Maybe not. Go ahead.
Or maybe you did.
Go ahead.
Okay, but I like that they reminded me here in this paper. And I think it's true. I think I have to lean into the fact that a woman could be a boss and I can have more feminine boss traits.
Yeah, that person was very like, I don't know, like smashing gender roles.
Yeah, they did. I like that.
Yeah. That person was like, does Mel not think women can be bosses?
Yeah.
But of course you do. You're a boss. But maybe
Exactly.
maybe what
Internally, yeah.
I think what the paper was trying to articulate was that you can be a boss and feminine. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to be aggressive, like whatever
Yeah.
masculine traits are.
Right. So I liked that reminder. And then there was another part that I really liked. I enjoyed the part that they talked about, like the avoidant attachment and how maybe I tend to avoid emotional intimacy and closeness in relationships. Yeah. And so it made me
Did
think
that resonate?
a little bit. A little bit. I really enjoyed that one a lot. So good job. I told Barry he should give you All the points.
All the points. I did.
Mm-hmm.
I think I gave almost everybody all the points. 'Cause
Almost?
it's extra credit and it's just a
Yeah.
few.
Yeah.
Should give it to everybody.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Great.
All right. So,
All right.
so that was that.
That was that.
We don't have any corrections. Is there anything we've talked about from previous episodes that you guys are feeling like we need to catch up on? I feel like that's like the beginning of the podcast should be like, I'm not running this show, but I'm just saying I like how we talk about things in a more relaxed thing before we get to the topic. I like that.
Me
It's
too.
a good warm.
So I also have an idea that maybe we should give our audience some options for our name, and then they can comment and tell us what name we should pick for
Did
our...
you come up with that option or did ChatGPT?
I did.
Oh,
I did.
excellent.
I came up with
I'm
that
impressed.
because comments help our ratings.
Oh,
Yeah.
you came up with the idea to have them comment.
Yeah.
Okay.
On what the beginning section should be called.
Yes.
And
Okay.
and the winning one will announce their name and
Yes.
say they won. And now we're going to call it this from now on.
Yes.
That's excellent.
Thank you.
Very good.
Excellent.
Wait, I feel like we never gave a proper on-air shout out to our fan friend Auda.
Auda. You're
Auda.
risking the only gringo in the room. Like, I don't know why you would do that.
Okay.
Right.
So maybe I should start over.
I thought that was hilarious, actually. So we're going to cut that out now.
I thought that was funny too.
All right.
Oh, well, because I don't want to mess up her name on air.
I mean, it is what it is.
I felt like you said it right. But I'm a gringo. Like,
I think at first I tried to say it like a gringa, but I'm not. So I should have just gone with my Latina.
You know,
Okay, no, I'm shouting out because she sent us our shirts that I love so much, our matching therapist say shirts.
yeah.
actually, one of my friends asked me, she's like, is this merch now? Like, where can I purchase?
Oh, I know. One of our cousins asked too.
Wow.
We're gonna do
Create
a merch
shop.
shop.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
Thank
buy a
you.
hat.
Oh,
Oh,
I
that's
like
a good
baseball
idea.
hats.
Oh, okay.
okay. We're gonna do it.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Liz was going to give options.
I was gonna give options, but then you guys didn't like that I was gonna give
Oh.
options.
No
so
more.
can we at least give them their assignment? Because I feel like now we have
Yeah, you should make it clear.
clear. Okay, so we want a part of the podcast, a segment, to be about our corrections, our funny jokes, because we
Not funny jokes. Leave that out. Because we're not funny. But
I'm very funny.
You are. I said you were funny at the beginning of the
Exactly.
podcast.
So now you just said we were.
But like our kind of catching up on what's happened between podcasts, let's say, or things we've thought about from
Yeah.
previous episodes. Yeah.
give us a name, best name.
Wins what?
A T-shirt.
No.
Oh
Where are you going to get a t-shirt? We got to figure out how to...
no, I know how.
We know-
Bonfire.com.
Yeah,
All right.
sponsor us.
All right. Oh, boy. So I think they get their name announced.
Wait,
on
I
the
have a good
program.
idea. I got a good idea.
Okay.
We have a bonfire account for the Full Circle Therapy Foundation, so we can add our Therapist Say merch to that account, and any of the purchases for Therapist Say merch will go to the Full Circle Therapy Foundation.
After cost.
The website, like,
Figures that out.
yeah, figures that out, so
Right.
we don't have
Okay.
to deal with that.
All right. So,
So-
whatever the merch costs to you or us.
It's not going to
It
cost us
doesn't.
anything,
Yeah.
Right.
because you have to be a nonprofit. So
Oh.
we'll
So the merch doesn't cost anything?
no.
Like they give you shirts
Yes.
to sell.
They charge the people that are donating. So they charge like
Oh,
$25, and a percentage of that goes to the website for hosting this.
Okay.
And whatever's left over, they deposit into the Full Circle Therapy Foundation account. And that helps us with supplies that the students use for giving little to no cost therapy to their
cool.
clients,
Excellent.
and for the cost of their office space and all that.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Look at that.
All right.
I'm a genius.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Chit Chat Corner's over.
All
But
right.
stop. everyone's just gonna,
No,
it's
don't-
gonna
it
stick.
can't-
Yeah,
it-
don't let it
Yeah.
stick.
Please.
Not
do
chit chat corner. Give us something better.
I'm making a plea to the listener. Please do not let Chit Chat Corner stick. Please. I will never utter those words again. Chit Chat Corner. Never again.
I kind of like it.
No.
Okay, anyways, moving on.
All right, so today's my day to ask a question.
Professor Barry,
Right. Thank you.
what is the question?
All right, so I sourced this out because I don't know. I felt like it would be better coming from someone besides me.
Okay, a super fan.
Right. Right. A super fan, actually. So I asked Stephanie, the secretary, your secretary, to give me a question, and then I decided not to use it. 100%. But I did ask someone else also for a question.
You're not doing this to Stephanie, are you?
I am.
Oh my God, really?
I feel like Stephanie asked a great question. All right. Stephanie asked a really deep question that I feel that I would definitely want to be a part of answering. And maybe at some point in the future, we should come back to that topic.
Oh, I thought you were
and
going to say
cover it.
we'll allow her to come.
No. We will come back to that topic and discuss it. But I didn't feel like that was the right thing for me to ask you guys. I just didn't feel like that
Didn't feel right.
It didn't feel right for me.
Okay.
So, and also I like demolishing Stephanie's hope.
So does she think that you're going to be asking her question?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm sure she's hoping, right?
Okay.
But she got mentioned, so I think we can move on from her, and we can get to the question.
Yes,
which was
please.
also posed by a super fan.
Oh, okay.
And the question was, and I don't know, we'll see how this goes, but what is your guilty pleasure, and why do you think so many people psychologically are attracted to that guilty pleasure?
Ooh.
I feel like I already know your answer. I have no idea what your answer will be.
I know.
You know your
It's-
guilty pleasure?
Yeah, off the bat, but it's not that.
It's not that guilty?
Yeah.
But see, okay, I had to think about this a little bit myself. And like guilty is you don't feel great about engaging in this, right?
Okay.
What is yours?
The first
do you
thing
want to go
that-
first? Do you want to go first?
No. Let me.
Since yours is kind
Well,
of
I
lame.
thought of something.
Liz was saying hers is lame, so
Mine's
should we-
lame.
should we
Well,
do
wait.
lame?
I thought of something, so I'll say it, but then I'll probably go back and think about it
Okay.
and maybe come up with another one. But the first thing I thought of was probably paying ridiculous amount of money to see Michael Bublé front row.
Oh,
Like, I kind of feel guilty that I spend so much money.
I think
on-
you should. I think
on
that is
seeing-
something that should cease.
But I don't care. Like, so I have like this hint of like, oh, maybe you shouldn't pay $4,000 to go see Michael Bublé front row and like have the possibility of maybe like touching him.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, no, I love this.
Okay.
Which I guess that's what a guilty pleasure
Right.
is. But I'm gonna maybe think of something else. Is that what you thought?
No.
Oh,
That was-
Yeah, I don't think
that
we're
was
thinking
not
about.
what I thought for you. No.
I
Oh.
have another guilty
I mean, that
pleasure.
is,
that
I
don't
mean,
know
we
about.
probably have multiple, but I think that is a reasonable guilty pleasure because you are not the super wealthy, right? Like the super wealthy
I'm not.
can pay $4,000 to sit in the front row without it batting an eye. Like it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
200 to us probably, right? Like if that.
Mhm.
So I think, you know, the fact that you put yourself out like that, like that much money.
Make a very
see that?
irresponsible financial decision.
Yeah, I think that is a guilty pleasure for
Yeah.
sure. But that's not the one I had in mind, no.
Oh.
What's yours, Liz?
Mine's lame, but my guilty pleasure, and I say it all the time, is watching really, really, really bad TV. Like the acting, the worse the acting, the more I will enjoy it. Like I don't like
the worse the acting?
Like what?
like Hallmark movies, or like when those Christmas movies come out, and usually the Christmas movies are like really, really bad acting. Like that is my favorite time of the year because like the worse acting, the better. The more I am happier and enjoying it, and I don't enjoy good movies.
Well, and I don't know, like the person that gave me the question was like, why do we think other people are also attracted to that psychologically? Like what attracts people to these guilty pleasures? And I have no idea. Like I think you're the only one that has that guilty pleasure.
Well, maybe the
Yeah.
mindlessness. Like you don't have to think.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Oh, so you feel in some way it just like erases your brain from working and makes you very present.
Mm-hmm.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
So you're
makes
not
sense.
ruminating, you're not thinking about anything.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'm just enjoying.
So why wouldn't a good movie do that?
Because
You said you don't like good movies.
Yeah, because I feel like with good movies, there's usually like a good plot and a plot you need to follow most of the time. I feel like there's a lot of very good comedy movies, but I feel like if someone were to talk about like the best movie in the world, probably wouldn't be a comedy. It would probably, someone would probably be like Oppenheimer or like when the movies like that, which I never watched it because I was like, oh, like I would have to really pay attention.
I wasn't that interested in Oppenheimer, honestly. I don't like those kind of movies.
Yeah.
It's not my thing. I did watch it. I don't feel like you had to follow the plot. Like the basic thing was he's going to invent, like we already know he invented it, right? Like we know he, not invented, but like, I don't know, did the work or his team did the work to make the atomic bomb, right? Isn't that what that was?
Oh, I didn't watch
Or
it.
nuclear bomb? I don't know. One of the big bombs, the bomb that, you know,
Didn't watch it.
like ends World War II.
I also
That they drop on Hiroshima.
Yeah, Hiroshima's what I was gonna assume.
That's nuclear or no, not nuclear. No, atomic.
Atomic.
It's atomic.
It was an atomic bomb.
I sound like an idiot. As
No,
far as history goes right now. But I think we already knew the outcome, so I don't know why. Like, I guess there's a plot. Like, what
I didn't know that the movie was about that.
Oh, yeah, he's the guy.
Did you just spoiler it for me?
I don't. Maybe for you, but for the rest of human population, I think they knew what it was about.
Oh, no.
idea. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Okay. So you think people, I guess I feel people get lost in good movies also. Like that's the point of entertainment, right? Is to like shut your mind off for a while. So, but your mind only shuts off in bad movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That's,
all right.
And bad books.
And people that watch bad movies, you feel they have a similar attraction to it. That they just want to not think, not pay attention, you know, zone out basically.
I don't know if people feel the same way as I do. That's why I actually think this is kind of a hard question. Sort of.
It's a hard question. Yeah. See, I feel like the one I have in mind for Mel, which I thought was what she would identify, I think it is easier. But let's okay. You're right. Yours is a hard one.
Yeah.
Like other than shutting off your mind, which I think people do with entertainment, period.
Yeah.
Like with scrolling.
It's escapism. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we all need escapes. Like, here's a teaching opportunity, I guess. Like,
Professor
I think we all need escapes, right? But it's a balance. Like, I feel like some people escape all the time. They're always trying to escape.
Yeah.
You know? And that's not healthy. But,
right.
But entertainment as an escape is a perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's why I was like, mine's lame. Like,
I don't think it's lame. I actually don't think it's lame. I don't think that I knew that you liked such bad acting.
Yeah,
and you just
mad.
Oh yeah, and you just said that you like really bad books too.
That's not true though.
I can't do that.
But I don't. Okay, I take that back because I do love a lot of the books I've read. But I don't like. I'm not going to be reading a self-help book. Like I'm not going to be reading something.
I read so many of those.
Yeah, no,
I love them.
No, I like fictional.
Okay.
Books.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But reading is good.
Yes.
I want to know what you thought my guilty pleasure was.
Okay. Did you come up with a different one?
No.
You never came up with another?
No, because now I keep thinking about what you think that my guilty pleasure is, and I can't think of anything else.
All right, I'll give it to you in a second. But why do you think people are attracted to spending money they don't have on Michael Bublé?
I mean, I'm not
what was the
sure.
psychological reasoning for anyone that does that? Like, let's say the front row has a few super wealthy people in it that it cost them, you know, it wasn't a big deal to them to spend that money. The rest of the people, why would they? Like, what kind of thing goes into someone's thought process to spend that kind of money that, you know, they really necessarily don't have?
I mean, I think it has to do with the pleasure component, the pros and the cons. And so I'm willing to put out a stupid amount of money to feel really happy for 3 hours.
Okay.
And so, I don't know, maybe some people feel the same way. Like at the last concert that I went to that I was front row, there was 2 women that were teachers. I love teachers. I think it's wonderful, but I think they probably were like not super wealthy to be spending that much money also. So they would, I don't know, maybe they would agree with me. And then I was very disappointed because there was about 5 people that were placed in the front row from the venue as fillers because they didn't sell all of the front row seats. And so that concert was at a casino in Canada. And so I guess like there were people that were like regulars at the casino and they also gave them backstage passes to meet him. And I literally was sitting there dying in my seat crying that I was not a crazy gambler to be able to meet him. Yeah.
What about, there's a term, and I've been like, my brain has been spinning around trying to think of it, but of course when you're trying to think of it you can't. It's like a term younger people are throwing around. I've heard it recently about pseudo relationship. We start to believe we have a relationship with famous people because we interact with them on social media and stuff. Do you guys remember the name of that?
Parasocial relationship.
Parasocial, that's it. Thank you.
A one-sided connection someone feels with a public figure. It can feel real to the person even though the other person doesn't know they exist.
Oh, well.
It's delusional attachment.
Oh, that describes me pretty well.
An erotomania.
Oh.
In extreme cases.
No.
A rare delusional disorder when someone believes another person, usually a celebrity, is in love with them. Oh, no. That's not what we're talking about. Yeah.
That would probably get me a restraining order.
Yeah.
But
Parasocial was it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I couldn't remember. Yeah.
Okay, that probably does
could have done
describe
it
me.
without ChatGPT, quite frankly.
I'm just trying to get myself sponsored by ChatGPT.
Okay. They probably don't need any sponsors. Like ChatGPT right now is like, we've got them.
That's true.
It's true. Let me live.
Yeah, that does describe me pretty well.
Okay.
But I think like it's one of, I mean, I don't know if I would say it's like a hobby. Maybe it's a hobby. Like
Michael Bublé is your hobby.
Yeah. I'm like really into seeing where he's going to be in concert next, and I want to go there.
Okay.
Even though he went somewhere like really far away that I, didn't go.
Okay.
Oh, you missed a Michael Bublé concert?
Yeah, but it was something crazy. Like I can't remember now, but
You're not a
another
fan.
country that I was not gonna go.
Right.
Okay.
I think the one I had for you was murder stuff. Like you read books, like you mentioned in one podcast, whether it made it on the air or not, I can't remember.
It did.
But like murder my husband, not my husband, but
Murdering
people
husbands.
murdering husbands was like a whole genre you were reading.
It's very
and
true.
then since I mentioned my daughter's, like she likes that podcast, my favorite murder. You sent a picture that you're listening.
I was listening to
my
it.
favorite murder.
Yeah,
and I feel like that is a very popular thing. Like even when I'm at the gym, I don't do any of that. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in like real stuff like that. Like I'm more like you when I want entertain. I don't want bad entertainment like you do. I prefer a reasonably good movie, but it doesn't have to be good. Like I want stuff blowing up or I want to laugh. Like that's my thing. I don't want people ask me, "Did you watch this movie about addiction?" No. No, I did not. I see addiction all the time.
Right.
I don't want to watch movies about addiction.
Yeah.
I see the horrors of life in my clients.
Yeah.
And I don't want to cry watching a movie. I don't need that in my life.
I feel the same.
Right.
Especially because of our line of work.
Right.
I don't want to feel sad.
So you guys have been talking about Happy Gilmore 2.
Yeah.
I would love to watch Happy Gilmore 2, right? So I guess the point I'm making is I do like funny entertainment. I think that's normal. And I think a lot of people love murder. Like,
it's true.
I was saying when I'm at the gym, and there's no volume on the TVs at the gym, and we're lifting weights, but on one TV, there's always this American Crime. I think it's called,
true crime.
like playing. And I'm like, why? Like, why? But people love that. So what do you guys think? Like, why do people love that so much? Why is the American public fascinated with murder? And I guess I have to direct the question to you, Mel, because...
Well, I also used to love listening to murder podcasts. I used to listen to Crime Junkies all the time. I used to watch all the documentaries, especially like when OJ came out on Netflix a few years ago. But the moment I had kids, I had to stop. The moment I had kids, I no longer can listen to anything that has to do about murdering or missing children or bad people in the world.
Well, when I was younger, I loved movies about kidnappings. Wild. Like there's a movie, The Deep End of the Ocean, I think, and it's about like a kid that ends up getting kidnapped by this woman, and then his family ends up finding him years later. He was fine. He was, he just thought they were his parents. And that's like one of my favorite movies. So there's a term in psychology about people like murder stuff or like this kind of genre, and it's called morbid curiosity. Yeah, and it's a natural human
morbid curiosity.
Yeah, a natural human tendency to be fascinated by disturbing or threatening subjects, allowing us to explore danger safely. Which I think is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Right?
I did know. I know about morbid curiosity, and I know about
Yeah, they also say dopamine and arousal response, justice motivation, threat stimulation theory, which is the idea that consuming stories about danger helps us mentally rehearse responses to threats, a kind of survival training, which I feel like I can relate to this. Look, I'm learning about myself.
If a murderer came in right now, you would be the last one they would get because...
Oh, I'm ready. Like, you just said that,
and I'm not. Like, I don't watch that, so I just be like, "What are you doing, dude?" And while he's stabbing me,
I would die.
No, you just said that, and like my mind went into like fight mode. Like I could see the door opening, and I'm like ready to go.
Okay.
I would die.
No, I would not.
I would literally just die I freeze. I'm a freezer.
Yeah.
In my life.
Yeah, the last thing is called benign masochism,
right?
Coined by psychologist Paul Rosen, and this is enjoying negative emotions or experiences like fear or sadness in a controlled and safe setting. Which again, I feel like I relate to. I relate to a lot of that, and it's interesting because maybe this is why I have a fear of death. Like I have a thing with death. I think I joke a lot about death to not have to like confront it. And maybe this is a way of protecting myself from death and protecting. Maybe this is a good thing that I read about murdered husbands because I'm really trying to protect my husband from getting murdered.
That's a great reframe.
Isn't that? Joe, I hope you're listening. I'm trying to protect you.
Yeah. And you do an excellent job of that, I've heard. In some ways. Like with things that he finds threatening.
The wife that murders the husband?
In some cases, but I have read a lot of them, in particular, like 4 in a row in the last 6 months.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious. Like Mel's like, I read these books and I watch these things and I listen to these podcasts so that I can protect myself and my family, especially my husband. And Liz is like, aren't the books you read about actually murdering the husband? Like the wife is the murderer of the husband.
In a couple of them, but not all. I recently read the whole trilogy of The Housemaid. And that was the housemaid murdering husbands, in a few cases for the wife. So that's probably why Liz is throwing me under the bus this way.
Okay.
Don't worry, Joe. I would never let her do that.
Right. Liz will protect you.
I will,
me, Joe.
For sure.
While she freezes. She just said her response to danger is freezing.
That's true.
She literally just said that.
That it is true. So,
but I'll protect you by creating an obstacle. They'll have to get
actually she'll die first, right. And then the murderer will,
and that'll give Joe time to run.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. Excellent.
Yeah, but no, I relate a lot to all those psychological phenomenons, and I think that's exactly why I'm attracted to murder podcasts, murder books.
I feel like that's a really good example of a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Well, that's what I thought of when the person gave me the question. I was like, oh, I feel like for Mel, this is pretty easy. I didn't know what you would pick.
You had no idea.
Did you come up with anything else besides the bad acting, television, or movies? No.
I feel like your books that you read, that too. You read a lot of like
Fantasy. I read a lot of fantasy books, actually. Yeah, I do. That is
Is it smut?
some.
Oh,
Yeah.
so there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually making a joke, but
No, but it is.
apparently insight. Okay.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
insightful
Because
of you.
that is a popular thing. Like I see memes that talk about smut and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So reading smut would be some smut would be your another guilty pleasure of yours.
absolutely. I think even more so though, like the fantasy part of it, because it's really not real. Like most of the books I read either have to do with dragons or magic or fairies.
Mm-hmm.
They're very popular books.
I know they're super popular, but again, it's the complete opposite of murder books. So that's why I'm like, I can't get into
So
it.
what do you think is the psychological reasoning behind that?
I think it goes back to the escapism
Right.
Yeah,
of it
for
not
sure.
being real and trying to immerse yourself in a world that does not exist.
Okay.
And the fantasy literally of it and the idea of it of riding a dragon. I think a lot of people fantasize about flying, like maybe not most people, that's a big generalization, but would probably say like, what do you wish your superpower to be? And I feel like a common answer is flying or like invisibility or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I do feel like maybe that's a big part of the guilty pleasure too, is that we know. So actually I had this conversation with my best friend. When I read, I see it like a movie, like in my head. Like I really like immerse myself, like I can really be in there. But my best friend is like, oh no, I see like stick figures. She like doesn't really see it like a movie. She says it's really hard for her imagination. She still enjoys it, but it's very different for her. But for me, that also is part of like the guilty pleasure, that I can really put myself in that little world.
Is the acting bad in your fantasy visuals? Like you said, you see it like a movie,
Yeah.
right? Do they act badly? Like,
Oh,
are they like?
no.
Are they like, I want to fly now? Like,
No.
no. So it's actually
It's just for TV.
for you. It's
Yeah.
a good movie.
Yeah, for me, it's a good movie.
Wow, that's interesting. You hate bad movies, but when you read, you see it like a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you have some.
I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because there's a thing called the need for cognitive closure, but safely deferred. And fantasy allows people to experience mystery, conflict, and uncertainty while knowing a satisfying resolution is likely coming.
Yes. Yes, that is so true, because my best friend, Alana, and since she listens, so I'll use her
Shout
name.
out to
Shout
Alana.
out to Alana.
Congrats on your engagement.
Yes, congrats.
Super fan.
Super fan. But she recommended a book. I was like, okay, maybe I want like a break from fantasy, because we've been reading a lot of like fantasy books. I was like, give me something else to read. And she was like, oh, okay, like read this book. And it was a more contemporary book, which kind of is more real world problems, not fantasy. It did have this like magic element to it, but it was not magical or mystical. It was just kind of this weird way they set up the book. And I kept being like, there's going to be a happy ending, because most of all the fantasy books I read somewhat have a good resolution. This book ended and I was like, Alana, why did you make me read that? It was so sad. Somebody died. And it was this sad, tragic book.
But it still
so
had the
interesting.
resolution that Mel was saying. Mel was saying there's a resolution. Like you can safely deal with like ambiguity.
But not that book.
But not that.
Knowing a resolution is
Yeah, but not that book. So that
book didn't.
It was like,
failed her.
nobody should read it. Sorry, Alana. I really was
Oh my
sad
goodness.
about that.
You gave Alana a shout out. You congratulate her on her engagement. And then you're like, but your book recommendation sucked and no one else in the world should read this book.
Okay, but yeah, but this explains exactly that theory that she didn't like the book because she usually reads fantasy to feel safe, and this book did not make her feel safe. That's why she hated it.
That's why I hated it.
That's
That's
why
what I
she
was
hated
saying
it.
it though.
Okay, now I want to know what your guilty pleasure is. You haven't shared that
I
with
thought-
us.
I didn't want to think about it too much. And then I was like, because I don't do murder stuff. I don't
You
watch
don't do murder stuff, thank God.
like murder
Good thing.
shows. I don't do that. Probably the most obvious one is sugar. Like, I feel like I eat way too much sugar. Sometimes I'll have ice cream for dinner. I don't even give a shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even eat a meal. I barely eat a vegetable. I eat horribly. I think I said that in one of the first episodes
Yeah, you did.
where I joined. So that was an easy one. And then I was like, that's too easy. And like, so then I was like, picking on Stephanie, I think, is a guilty pleasure.
Oh.
And then I was broadening that.
satisfy
Wait a
for
minute.
you?
Wait,
and I
he
was
gets deeper.
broadening
Let's see.
it.
Okay.
And I was like, maybe just being a bully in general
Mm.
to some people is my guilty pleasure.
We're gonna-
How horrible is that? Like, there are times I leave here feeling a little guilty about what I did to Stephanie. And there's times where before I come in, I'm like, I am not gonna do anything horrible to Stephanie today. And then I don't know, like, she sends me to the wrong room, and I'm like, here we go.
Do you think if we want to talk about family systems,
We're gonna
for
get
a
deep here.
second?
Ooh.
We're doing this. Today's the day we break
Well,
him.
so for the psychological draw, which I asked you guys, I think it's just power. Like, I think
Okay, but I'm gonna go deeper.
one of the major theorists, maybe it was Adler. Was it Adler? That was about power.
Okay, no, but if we want to talk for a second in terms of family systems,
Right.
you are a brother.
Yeah.
Do you think that has to do with like the inner brother of you?
Yeah.
Are you what order
the
are you?
oldest.
You're the very older brother of you to bother someone younger
Right.
than you,
Yes.
like a sister.
Yeah, I think to some extent it is like a dynamic that I definitely was cruel to my younger siblings. I did horrible things. Are we going to talk about that on the air? Like, no one is ever going to want to see me again as a therapist. Like, you know
I
what I
think you're
mean?
being vulnerable.
Okay.
And
Well, I did horrible things when I was a teenager and I had younger siblings, and you know, I would scare the hell out of them. I would turn out all the lights. I would not turn out the lights. I would come in and say some really dark character was like following me.
That's
and
super
I hope they didn't
common.
get here.
My brother.
And then I would go in the
did
garage and I would
that.
turn off the circuit breaker in the house, and I would turn off the water. Like, and no one's ever going to turn off the water. Like, I would just go to the main valve and turn off the water. I'd be like, there's no water and there's no electric. You know what I mean? There was still a phone, but they're little. So
hilarious.
they would like freak out. And then I would go, I'm going to go see if I can find him. And I would like walk around on the roof. Like someone was on the roof, and I'd be
wow,
like,
you
I
took
couldn't
it to another
Oh, yeah.
level.
I was awful.
You had ODD, 1,000,000%.
Oppositional defiant disorder. Yeah.
Probably.
Like I would hold siblings down and put cookie crumbs on their face and make the dog lick the cookie crumbs off their face.
Oh my God.
I was awful.
Wow.
Okay.
Self-disclosing here.
That maybe.
I haven't done anything like that.
No, you
No,
have
but I
not.
think-
Stephanie is lucky. The lesson here,
She doesn't
Stephanie.
have crumbs on her face, and I make my dog lick.
Oh, Jesus.
The lesson here, Stephanie, is you are lucky. Do not keep ignoring me, and I will unleash worse.
I suggested to Stephanie that if she just were to ignore him, he wouldn't get his fix from
Right.
it. And
Instead,
it
I'm
works.
going to escalate. I'm just going to get
You just
worse.
reminded
and
yourself
worse.
of all the things you used to do.
Oh, there's worse.
Wow.
I'm sure.
But wait, do you see Stephanie as like a little sister?
I don't. Like,
No?
I don't think I have. No. Like I mean that's a really therapeutic question. Like if I was sitting in the therapy chair and
I'm
you
trying.
were my therapist, and it would be like, who does Stephanie remind
Yeah.
you of?
Yeah.
But I really don't know. Like I don't.
She doesn't remind
I
me.
mean, maybe like I guess if I stretched it, like she could be one of my younger sisters at a time where she's kind of, I don't know.
I think like
naive,
sweet
like
and innocent.
innocent. Yeah, naive, innocent. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And maybe I have something against that.
It triggers you.
In people, it's a trigger.
Why do you think that
brings out
triggers
the
you?
worst in me. I don't know. Are you trying to break me again from last episode?
Of course I am.
So I'm going to start crying because my little inner child was so innocent and naive and has just been ruined by the world. And
Do you think that's true?
no, I'm just.
Are you deflecting?
Yes, he is. He's going around. He's detour.
I think if I were a therapist and I heard someone saying this, I would think it related to their inner child. 100%.
Do you think it relates to your inner child?
Yeah, yes. I think I had a rude awakening at some point in my life, and my innocence was
Uprooted?
Yeah, uprooted, robbed, like something like that. Like I went from being innocent and like naive to being like, fuck the world. Yeah.
Thank you for being honest with us.
Yeah, I think that probably occurred.
Yeah.
But I don't know why I would. Like, I'm not trying to make Stephanie say fuck the world. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want that for her. I just have fun.
Yeah, I don't think it's a conscious thing that.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely a dynamic, right? Like we've talked about family systems and dynamics, and I think there is a dynamic where you meet certain people and they like object relations theory is you never really see me as me. I'm in a compilation
Right.
of all the male, because I was your professor at one point, authority, bald, beard, like all of that kind of like you're taking pieces of those people and putting them into me. And I'm matching some of that.
Right.
Not just physically, but the way I behave. So we don't really see people as they truly are. We see them as we see them, right? Like our perception from our history. So Stephanie is definitely triggering something in me that makes me, I don't behave that way with everybody,
Right.
right? So that it
No,
is
I would say
something,
you don't do
like
that with
there's
us.
something that's happening to me that occurs in my unconscious that brings this out of me to her. Yeah.
Right.
And I don't know exactly what that is. I need to fight it. This is why we don't have free will, Stephanie. Because if I had free will, I would stop. No, I'm just kidding.
No, you're
probably
not.
No, you're
wouldn't
not.
stop.
No, you're not kidding.
I probably wouldn't stop. Like, it's so much fun.
Yeah. It's also that big brother part of you,
Right.
you know?
Well, and I don't think she completely hates it either. Does she? Like, does she leave here crying? Or?
No.
No, she doesn't
right?
leave crying.
Like,
I think it's funny to watch.
But that's also okay
Big
because you
sister,
two
big
are
sister
older
energy.
siblings, and I think as a little sister, it's not funny to watch sometimes.
Oh.
But like not in a that's deep and serious kind of way.
Right.
But like I think how you could just see like, haha, just joking, but you've never been a little sister,
That's true. And I have a lot of big sister energy.
and I have a lot of little sister energy.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you pick on your younger sibling?
No, I was the mediator. Like exactly how I treat like the Barry Stephanie relationship is how I like treated like my siblings relationship. Like when I told Stephanie like just ignore him.
Oh, so you try to help out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember like yelling at my brother being like, she's just a baby when she was like 3 and he was like bothering her.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I did that to some extent. I did it with my kids too. Like when we first moved here, I drove to Alligator Alley, and I was like, "I'm just gonna feed you guys to the alligators." Or I don't know that I said that, but I was like, I
You
drove down the
probably
boat
did.
ramp in my car, like down the boat ramp to the water, and I was like, "We're just gonna wait here for alligators," and the kids were freaking out.
How
like,
old were they?
My daughter was 13 when we moved here, and then my son Joe would have been 11ish, and then Ian would have been 8 or 9ish, depending, because he's like 2.5 years younger than Joe.
Oh, that's funny. I feel like our brother does that he does it to Sienna.
Yeah.
I think
Right,
she's
like-
the one he likes.
So why do we think we do? Like, this has gotten really deep.
Yeah.
And like psychology.
Yeah.
More than anything we've done, I think. I mean, we've come up with some terms,
Yeah.
some psychological terms for the attraction, but I think this is like the most personal psychological stuff, like how our role in the family affects us, and
Yeah.
I think I'm really big into family systems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
I think it just resonates with me a lot. So
you should have
I
went to
brought-
school for that. Like, they have a degree in that.
and
Like, I'm
marriage
surprised
and
you
family.
went. Yeah, marriage and
there.
family therapist.
But my sister
it's all
didn't.
systems theory.
I didn't do
My
it.
sister didn't
Had I become a marriage and family therapist, then
Then
that.
she would.
I actually, you had me retract that application.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh my goodness.
Really? I was like, no, you're doing mine.
Family
Mhm.
issues are coming out now.
But you don't remember that I applied?
I think because I was trying to help you. I was like, why would you do a different program when I just did this program and I like have all my papers?
And I had to call Nova and tell them to take away that application.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you regret it?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, you can still learn about it. I didn't go
Yeah.
to school for that, and I still studied systems.
You
Yeah.
told me yesterday that you wanted to do
An IFS training.
an IFS
Yeah,
training.
internal family systems.
Yeah.
For the listener that doesn't know what some of these terms are.
Mm-hmm.
Internal family.
I'm really big into birth order. I think I had read a book once on birth order
Yeah.
a long time ago, so I don't even remember it, but I really enjoy that.
Yeah, Adler. I think that's Adler.
Mm-hmm.
Adler is a lot of childhood.
Pecking order.
Mm-hmm.
But who was it with power then? It was one of Freud's like somebody that studied under Freud and then came up with their own theory where they said it's not as much about sex as it's about power.
Mm-hmm.
That was their theory. I thought it was Adler. What we're talking about here is like your brother does that to his nephews and nieces. Does he do it to his own kids? Like you
I
said
don't think he
it to Sienna,
does.
who's his
Does he do
niece.
it to
I used to, before he had kids, I would tell him, I would be like, oh my gosh, when you're a dad, you're going to be so annoying to them. Like, I remember telling him that. And honestly,
Does he?
I'm not sure if he does it to Carter.
I think he does it to Blake.
He does it to Blake.
I've seen him do it
And
to
Logan
Blake.
and Dylan, like
Yeah.
the
they're-
little boy, like they're between the ages of 6 and 7, and he does it to them. Like one time he got into like this, he like was play fighting with them, and it got so crazy that all 3 of the boys started crying. He was like, "Sorry." Like,
Yeah.
I was there.
That happened with my boys also. Like we were play fighting and they were like wailing on me full strength. And I was like, okay, do you guys want me to hit you
They've
with
gone
my
too far.
strength? Because yeah, like come on, you know what I mean? There's a point where you're taking it a little far.
Maybe we should text him. Hey, do you
Does he do that to
do
his
you
kids?
bother?
Right. I would
looking up
imagine
on
he
chat.
does because I did. Like I would tell we would go to Steak and Shake when Steak and Shake had decent food. Before I don't know what they did. Like it, like when I first discovered Steak and Shake, I thought it was amazing. Like this is so good, and now I won't go in there. It's like so gross now. But anyhow, when it was good, I would take my kids there, and they had hot peppers on the table, and I'd be like, if you want a shake, you got to eat one. Yeah. I
And
was
they
like,
would
it'll
eat
put
it?
hair on your chest. That's what I used to tell them because that's like the saying.
right.
And they would eat them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, was I just abusive? Like, is that what we're finding out right now? I was a horrible parent. I thought we were having fun. I mean, I was having.
We're gonna have to
Do
ask
your
your
kids?
children.
Yeah. Do your kids
All
think
right.
they were having fun?
Well, they'll listen to the podcast.
Exactly.
and
Maybe they'll be
reply.
like, yeah, that's a core memory. We had to eat the chili pepper before
Right.
a milkshake.
Yeah.
But actually, you've talked about how much fun you guys have now that they're adults
know.
and so like they probably got a lot of that from you. And
I don't know. I don't know if they got it from me, but for sure, I am now the brunt of 70% of the jokes. You know what I mean? Like they're making
turning
fun
it
of
around
me.
on you.
Payback.
Oh, they make fun of me. Like at the end of like when we visit each other, it's usually for a weekend now.
Yeah.
So at the end of the weekend, I'll be like, who got picked on the most? And it's usually like you, like me. I did. And then AJ, my youngest son, is usually second.
Oh.
Sometimes Joe. It's never Ian because Ian is he's
Who's
like the
most like you?
fastest.
Because he's the oldest? Is he in the oldest?
No, he's
No.
not the oldest. He's the youngest of
Oh,
The
of
those
the
boys.
three.
Of those 3.
Oh,
And
you
then AJ
see?
came later.
Because it's probably payback. He had to learn to
Maybe.
be real quick.
He was always. I mean, this isn't a podcast.
Oh, he
about
was
my
the
kids.
funniest, isn't it?
He is the funniest.
He's the
Yeah,
funniest.
he's hilarious.
You've told us.
But as a kid, he was a handful. Also, like he would get his head stuck in racks at the mall. Like people would have to take all the clothes off the rack because his head was stuck in there.
Who's the most like you?
I was going to
I
ask
don't
that
know.
question.
I think they're all like me in different ways. I think. Let's ask them. Like
Yeah,
ask
okay.
them. Who do they
Okay.
think is most like? So we dove into me a lot, and I feel I don't know.
How do you feel?
I don't know. Like, I own what I've done in the past. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with it. I don't know that I want everyone in the world to know what I did in the past. You know what I mean? So it's a little weird,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I don't know. It's a guilty pleasure picking on Stephanie. So should I exert free will and not pick on Stephanie anymore? Or should I act out of my unconscious? But I mean, look, she's in good company because she's with my kids, right? Like, I pick on my kids.
Oh,
I pick on her. Like, I don't know.
So-
but
But it comes from comfort, because if you weren't
yeah, it comes from
comfortable
something. Yeah.
comfortable with her, I don't think you
100%.
would.
Like, I will not joke around with people I don't like. She's a former student and she works for you guys, and I interact with her. And I actually recommended her to you guys for this job.
Of course.
Right. So I definitely have an affinity for her. Again, going back to my point, when I don't like someone in class, I don't joke with them. You know, that came out the other day. Like, they were like, "Do you like all of us?" And I was like, "Not all of you." Like, of course not. Like, I want to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna say I like everyone. No.
Yeah, of course.
There's people I don't like. But I wouldn't do this. Like, if I didn't like Stephanie, it would be hi bye.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we wrap up?
I guess. We're having so much fun. But I think we're good.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
I feel.
That was good.
Yeah. Everybody got
I
out
do
what they
feel
wanted
like-
to say.
I feel like I put dirt out there on myself, though.
You're uncomfortable.
You're uncomfortable.
A little bit, because I'm okay with what I've done in my life, but also I feel like listeners could get the impression that, like, why would I see this guy as a therapist? Like, he's a fucking bully, right? Like,
But I think you're really internalizing that.
okay.
I think that might come from component of guilt.
I was about to say, let's just delete this, but that was funny. So we'll leave that.
No, but I don't think that would make someone not go to you as a therapist.
it's
If
fine.
anything, I think that you were vulnerable and you did self-disclose, and I feel like a lot of people love knowing about their therapist a little bit.
I feel like that's also our whole point of therapists say, is that we're trying to be more human,
Right.
like, and our clients to see that we are real people, and maybe we cut the lights and water at one point in our childhood, but we've evolved.
To torture our siblings. Yeah.
But we've evolved.
And I feel like a lot of
But have we?
people could probably
I'm trying to help you out here.
If I could scare Stephanie like that right now, I probably would.
Should I not show you where the electricity panel is?
That wouldn't scare her here, I don't think.
It might.
no, I think a lot of listeners could also relate to you.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's bad.
Yeah.
Dito,
I don't
could you
feel-
relate
I
to
don't-
Barry?
Our brother could
Does he listen?
definitely
No.
relate. I'm actually going to tell him to listen to this episode.
Well,
Okay.
and I think, guys, that's
And that's a wrap of another episode of Therapists Say. Thanks for stopping by.
goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. The end.
So how much of that are you deleting?
I don't know. We'll listen back.
You don't know?
It'll be fun to listen to. And that's a wrap on this episode of Therapists Say. Your copay is emotional vulnerability and a 5-star review. Whether you're here for the chaos, the clinical insight, or just to feel better about your own life choices, then thanks for hanging out. New episodes drop monthly, so don't ghost us. Follow along and come back for more rants, realizations, and whatever this is.